Do you remember the exclusive bar chart report? Why do I not look like one of these clowns? Usually I wear all these crazy hats because I was predicting last summer the easing of the Midwest drought, folks, and that crops were not that bad. And a bearish longer term attitude for the last $1.50 to $2 in soybeans and 75 cents in corn at least since last summer. Okay, so all these people predicting doom and gloom in South America and then drought last summer with all the hype. This is my weather spider for my Weather Wealth clients over the last few weeks. We've broken well below support right now. Can we see a short covering rally in beans and corn? Yeah, but the weather overall is excellent in South America and demand has been lousy. And all this talk about also the China crop last summer being hurt. Record yields, folks. The Antarctic Oscillation Index, a vortex over the South Pole I've been talking about for the last few weeks, means improving weather in South America. Yeah, the Mato Grosso crop came down a little bit, but not nearly as much as people expected. This was a situation in red in Argentina about 2 to 3 months ago, following the end of La Nina, concerns about dry weather, and some of that also in northern Brazil. Look how things have improved to blue from red in Argentina and also parts of central Brazil. Yeah, it's a little bit dry in Paraná, but big deal. There's rains coming. With El Nino, that usually happens. How about last summer? Okay. Oh, beans are going to $19 and corn to 10. Okay. This is what people are expecting. Maybe not that high, of course. Look at that area in red. Last June, drought in the Corn Belt. I predicted rains would improve during July and August. Yes, the last 2 weeks of August were hot, but the main pollination stage and pod setting stage of beans and corn had ample rainfall over 80% of the Corn Belt from late June through about the 10th of August. Look at that, how things actually improved from red, stress, to blue, normal to above normal yields. And that's why, folks, I really couldn't get caught up last summer and all this drought talk. And I've been bearish corn and beans in my newsletter, Weather Well, for months. That farmers hedge crops $1, $1.50 higher than this. How about 2024, the summer? This is what my in-house program predicts based on El Nino, something we call a negative QBO index that's bringing down the polar vortex temporarily for the energy markets. A negative QBO is stratospheric winds. All these teleconnections suggest, here's the May through July rainfall pattern, above normal range for plains wheat and red, up to 9 inches perhaps between May and July. And also in the Western Corn Belt, probably at least normal to above normal rainfall. That means we're going into or remaining in a longer term bear market. Could beans go below $10 next July or August and corn below $3.50? Stay tuned to Weather Well, subscribe, get a 2-week free trial period. Find out how I caught this big move up in natural gas, how we caught some of these moves in grains over the last few months. One of the things I'm certainly concerned about is sub-zero weather and less than 2 inches of snow cover next week in Kansas and Oklahoma. There could be a short covering rally in wheat, but supplies are still relatively plentiful. How do you trade wheat right now? What's my longer term view? Yes, things could improve next spring for the wheat crop around the world, but there may be some short term concerns next week. A major snowstorm along the East Coast, 5 or 10 inches or so, has caused a squeeze in the natural gas market, as we predicted to our Weather Wealth clients here a couple days ago, as the polar vortex sinks south for about a week. What's our longer term forecast? How do you trade natural gas and all these markets on the weather? Well, you want to be someone, you want to be using someone that's not a clown, that is not looking at other weather services all the time and believing computer models, but looking at the fundamentals, looking at teleconnections thousands of miles away, looking at analogs going back 70 years with 38 years of experience analyzing markets for farmers and traders around the world. That's what we do here at Weather Well. Have a very safe week. Extreme cold weather. Will it ease? What's my February forecast? Could turn cold again after a week of warm weather. Stay tuned and get a 2-week free trial period of the Weather Wealth at your convenience. Thank you.